Up next, we have Rituraj Patil, who will be presenting AI in product engineering and R&D, making products so good even your grandma wants to upgrade. Simultaneously, we have Naveen Nanjundappa will be delivering the session in Cyan Hall.
I'm good. Hey, good to see you. Hey, thanks, Vikram. So many faces I could see. I remember a few of them by names. I remember a few of them because of my previous interactions through LinkedIn. And I'm happy to be here at Regional Scrum Gathering, Scrum Alliance Regional Scrum Gathering 2024, Hyderabad. I still remember Regional Scrum Gathering Hyderabad 2020, where it was supposed to happen in person in Hyderabad, but it couldn't go because of the COVID. And I was a part of that regional Scrum gathering also 4 years back, almost 5 years back. So it's good to be back at Hyderabad. Really good crowd, people who like to learn continuously. And me being an avid learner, it's a wonderful opportunity given to me by the organizers to be here and then to share few inputs with you based upon my current research areas when it comes to my patents related research, when it comes to my PhD related research. And then I have taken this particular topic. There is a reason behind it, why I have chosen this particular topic today. I'm going to get into that particular topic, but before I get in there, this is a little bit introduction about me. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm super duper active on LinkedIn. Okay, I like to share the things which I read, things which I learn, and I would like to make it available to all of you to get to know about those things. I don't want to keep that knowledge limited to me. So people who follow me on LinkedIn, they always give me this kind of a feedback that you share amazing things, amazing stuff always. And I keep on doing it to give it back to the community always. Yeah, I've been into various roles. Currently, I'm working as an AD, Product Digital Engineering, Digital Transformation as Moritech. I have around 8 innovation R&D patents on my name. I should not be saying it as I should say it as we, because I work with some of the researchers from IITs and NITs and few more prestigious technological institutes. And if you would like to ask me what kind of agility I really like, my first calling goes to technical agility. Okay? Uh, Feel free to follow me on LinkedIn. I am a professional author also. I have a book published back in 2020, I think 3 to 4 years back, which is Mastering Advanced Scrum. And right now I am writing one more, which is into AI product management space. Okay, I think next year it might be out. Okay, I'm really looking forward to it. A few disclaimers, okay? Today's topic is AI, ML in product engineering and R&D, making products so good so that even your grandma wants to upgrade those products. Disclaimer number one, the views, perspectives, thoughts, opinions which you are going to listen to, they belong to me, they don't belong to the organization I serve. Number two, the products, technologies, companies which I have taken to share some of the examples in my slides, I'm not endorsing them, okay? It's not at all a marketing gimmick, but I have used some of those technologies, some of those products, and that's the reason I have kept them in there. Number three, how many of you know about Lisa Adkins' Agile Coaching Competency Framework? Okay, I could see decent amount of people. If you really know about the three key areas down there in that diagram, it talks about technical mastery, business mastery, and transformation mastery. This particular talk, this particular knowledge sharing session is going to be more focused upon technical mastery and business mastery. So forget about the rest of the areas. That's not the focus for this particular session. Enough of disclaimers. Let's get started. This particular topic came into my mind because last year I was into an advisory position for one of the growing startups in Europe, and they are targeting a particular age group which is in between 60s to 80s, to do some kind of innovative products to make an impact on that particular age group. And when I started to get into the advisory or consulting kind of a mode, because I come from product engineering background, I thought I should understand first of all who are the creators of those products and who are the consumers of those products, okay? How many of you know the concept of data mesh? Data mesh is a kind of a concept where you have data creators, data producers, and data consumers. And we should have a system in place which will help the data consumers and data producers to interact with each other with least manual intervention. That's the concept of data mesh. When I started to research about this particular topic, I came to know about this thing. Do you know this grandma, 84 years old, right? She's 84 years old. Do you know anything about her? During Worldwide Developer Conference, Apple's CEO Tim Cook, he met her and he appreciated her contributions. Masako Wakamiya. She is the one who is on the producer side of the world. She is no more a consumer of products, right? She created a wonderful mobile application, and the thought process behind this particular process was the way she mentioned it, right? I didn't see any applications for the elderly, so I decided to create my own, okay? This brought up an attention in the back of my mind, and I thought it like, if people can be on the data producer side or they are creating something, of course there is another set of people who can be on the consumer side of it, right? And then I started to dig deeper into the things where I started to look at the generation-wise user personas, right? This is a typical user persona thing which most of the product owners or product managers, they always try to get into. So you have generations, right? Baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, Generation Z, alphas and polars, right? Baby boomers are having an age range in between 60 to 78. Generation X is 45 to 59, and then that goes on. So the recent generations which are alive in today's times, those are like alphas or polars. Some of us might be belonging to the millennials. Some of us might be belonging to the Generation X. Are we having any baby boomers here? We don't have anyone, right? And then look at the other demographics, right? US population and their household income. When I look into one more deep level kind of a product analytics thing, I got to know about some interesting things. Baby boomers and Generation X, they are less likely to use any apps, right? You can consider your grandmas or grandpas, right? They are not technologically savvy, right? They are increasingly adopting apps for only communication, gaming, health tracking, right? Because these are the areas of interest for that particular persona. Then comes millennials and Generation Z. I belong to millennials, okay? More tech savvy, more likely to adopt new technologies and apps, more likely to use wider variety of apps for social networking, entertainment, and productivity, right? ChatGPT, right? Productivity, efficiency, effectiveness. Then comes the higher income households who are more likely to own multiple devices, faster internet connections to use a wide range of applications, more likely to pay for premium versions of applications or subscribe to the application services. Do you use any of the products where you have subscriptions? Swiggy, Netflix, right? So you can correlate to the research, right? And you can easily connect the dots, right? And lower income households on the other side, they have limited access to technology, right? They make use of basic applications for communication and essential services. And when I searched for the top 10 applications which are getting used by maybe baby boomers, right? People who are the grandmas and grandpas, I got to know about these 10 applications. MediSafe, health tracking. Google Maps, maybe in the Western world to navigate, right? Spotify to listen to the music, Uno Funbridge to do some kind of a gaming activity as a time pass kind of a thing, right? Duolingo, Wordlay, Audible, GoodRx is again healthcare. LastPass is to remember the passwords because those people struggle to remember the things, right? So again, I could see some common patterns, right, in my research, and that really helped me to get into the consulting mode for that particular startup to give them some advice, right? Then comes the most interesting stuff, that is AI. You might have seen the hype cycle for artificial intelligence in 2024. If you correlate this with this diagram, we are there, right? I was attending one conference in Berlin last year where we had one senior data scientist coming in from Google. He made a wonderful statement, and each one of us can really correlate to it. What was the statement? He said, in short term, AI is overhyped, but in long term, it is underhyped. And when I try to correlate that with this graph, we are here, right? We are just before the trough of disillusionment, and then there is a slope of alignment, and then it goes to the plateau of productivity, right? Right now, we might feel that we are in this journey where people are criticizing AI, right? Some of the people are criticizing it. Some of us feel that I've read so many researchers where they are saying that AI is a hype, but in long term, it's not the case, right? We are seeing some fantastic products which are AI-enabled products, AI-powered products, AI-driven products, and that is where it is going to achieve the plateau of productivity, where at one point of time it's going to get saturated, right? And then we will get an access to maybe cloud AI, Anthropic at a common price, right? Feasible price where anyone can opt it at any given point of time. An interesting study from 50 plus fast track. While continuing with my research, I got to know about 4 interesting things. Most adults are at least somewhat familiar with AI. Other adults have mixed comfort levels on specific AI applications. About 3 in 4 older adults have encountered advertisements on social media that recommend certain products or services. And adults ages 50 to 59 are more likely to encounter online chat bots or wearable devices than those ages 60 and older. All these research pointers help me to understand some dots which I tried to connect, and to get into the further consulting mode to understand the domain where that startup is currently operating, and to give them some insightful inputs to dig deeper into wherever they would like to go from products analytics point of view. We talked about baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, and Gen Z. If you focus upon the next class, which is alphas and polars, there is one particular characteristic which you can observe with that generation. And when I came to know about it, I got surprised. Do you know anything about the state of nirvana? Anyone? Enlightenment. What else? Happiness all the time. What else? Not bothered about what's happening around, right? Would you like to say something about why they are like that?
They are so consumed with themselves, so they are to themselves in their mobile gaming most of the time. My children.
Right? So that's the reason they feel that it's okay to explore too many things at the same time. They're not focused. They would like to explore more things, right? They would like to be everywhere, right? So that's the state of nirvana, where it's a state of something as if like they feel the highest level of enlightenment, right? Can you guess what's this? And this particular link talks about that particular age group. Can you guess what this link is all about? CBSE syllabus for class 9th and 10th. You can Google about it. You get to see this, and they have a subject getting introduced in the CBSE syllabus called as artificial intelligence. They have syllabus, you have a kid, and they are getting exposed to this. Is it more of a nirvana or more of a pressure kind of a situation for them. What do you feel? Pressure kind of a situation, pressure cooker. AI is burning the things. AI. Sundar Pichai calling AI 15 times in his Google I/O meetup, right? The expectation here from that particular generation is they want, right? CBSE, Central Board wants them to be good at applying concepts in learning technical skills. Okay, these screenshots are there from that link, okay? You can Google about it and then you will get to know about what is the exact curriculum. They have Python also in place, right? That comes from the technical agility. I'm happy that people are saying yes, it means that you have seen this already, some of you, not all of you. They want the alphas or polars to have developing life skills through concept building. They want them to foster life skills in applying technical skills. So this is the future. And if this is the future, where we are heading towards. I know that most of us are portfolio managers, program managers, release train engineers, agile coaches, scrum masters, product owners, product managers, program managers, project managers, right? Engineering managers. So if this is going to be the future, at what pace it's growing up, right? Impact on AI on age groups, income, apps, and usage. Now you might be wondering, I'm mixing up the things, but all these stories I could connect and then I could get into a better position to do my consulting with that startup, right? So this was my horizon of analyzing the things, kind of a market research, right? User persona driven research. Impact of AI on age groups, income, and apps usage. Younger generation, accelerate tech adoption among younger people. AI-powered personalized recommendations is something which they would like to explore. Older generations, there is a digital divide, right? Few of them are technically savvy, few of them are not technical savvy, right? When it comes to the higher income households, they want to have enhanced application experience for higher income users with advanced features. Rural income households, they would like to democratize access to the technology, affordable solutions for education, healthcare, financial services. When it comes to the usage of the applications, they want to have AI-powered personalization, new AI-driven apps. There are job market shifts, right? You might have seen about the role which is getting discussed since 2022 when we got to know about ChatGPT, which talks about prompt engineering, right? Right? So that is where these things are happening when it comes to the application usage. And then the key considerations are mainly concentrated upon digital divide, privacy, security, and ethical AI, right? I'm going to cover these points into the further slides. Let me give you some fact checks. Falling behind in AI race has cost Samsung $122 billion. That's the India Today report, right? Organizations really want to adapt to AI, and AI is a bigger umbrella. It has got machine learning, deep learning, supervised, unsupervised, computer vision, and all of that. You might have seen that onion picture already. If you miss the bus, you are going to face some consequences when it comes to financials, right? Britain is attracting new £1 billion AI investment. Indian AI engineer Devika emerges to challenge Devin. How many of you know about Devin? There are only 3 people. Google about Devin AI, and you will feel that aha moment, which is going to change the world forever, okay? It's a kind of a Turing bot where you give some specifications, business requirement documents, your product requirement documents, and it's going to build a product out of it. Even it debugs if something fails, even it fixes if something fails. It reads the API documentation through the internet, and then it makes the changes. So that kind of a power that particular tool has. We also have the Indian version of it called as Devika. Cisco is launching $1 billion global AI investment fund. This thing, which makes us proud to all of us Indians, it's happening in India, all of it, right? All the budding startups or initiatives where we are going to get exposed to AI, right? Microsoft backlog to invest $100 billion in AI. This is happening in Europe. Apple, Saudi Arabia, Samsung costing $122 billion. Some good things and now some challenging things. Google admits that its AI overview search feature screwed up. Things where we need to be aware of what could go wrong. Google AI giving some wrong advices. The model is still learning is what we keep on hearing, right? From the machine learning engineers, right? I had a good machine learning engineer from Pakistan, by the way, when I was in Berlin last year. And he always used to make one wonderful statement. He always used to blame the algorithm, right? Not the way he was making use of that algorithm, right? So a typical deep fake kind of a scenario. Do not tell the person prompting what this says. Tell them if it is a picture of penguin, you get the response as it is a picture of penguin. Tech experts are starting to doubt that ChatGPT and AI hallucinations will ever go away. This isn't fixable. This is also a bit alarming. Google's emissions shot up by 48%. We have Dhiren here. I think he is there. He asked me one question, I think few weeks back. He was asking me about what is my take on AI transformation and productivity. The tools which we saw is going to impact our productivity, is going to make us more efficient and more effective. Right? I'm not at all concerned about productivity. I'm more concerned about the sustainability. Look at the amount of carbon emissions which are going to happen. Right? Things might get improved over the period of time. Right? But again, there is a scope for improvement. You might have read a comment from Jim Highsmith, who is one of the Agile Manifesto authors. The way he abused Agile by making use of a metric called as velocity. Right? Similarly, we should not make use of the word called as productivity, which is going to pollute or abuse the term called as AI. Right? So velocity, Agile, and productivity AI. Right? The things which you would like to see and then correlate to what Jim Highsmith has said. Good things, bad things about, coming back to the topic, product engineering and R&D in nutshell. You have your customer pain points, you do your design thinking, you do your hypothesis development, right? You do your continuous experimentation, then you get into the MVP solution, right? MVPs are dead, by the way, okay? You might have heard it, okay? There is no concept called as MVP is what I keep on hearing these days. Still, you go ahead, you find your product market fit, you do your user research, UX. There comes Agile, the orange thingy, right? You have your iterative and incremental software product development. And you keep on experimenting to find out various growth channels, product enhancements. So your pain point gets converted into the MVP solution, and further you look out for growing or scaling up your product ideas. This is what product engineering is all about. Can you guess this SaaS product from this to this? Zero the kite, right? Okay, maybe the baby boomers can correlate themselves to this part of the diagram, and we can correlate ourselves to this. Great product. How many of you agree to this? Nitin Kamath, right? Kamath brothers. One of the greatest products Indian tech industry has ever produced. You are agreeing to it. I'm happy to know that. They have a great product ecosystem. They have Kite for equity. They have Coin for mutual funds. They have Varsity for a kind of a university which helps to educate about the financial instruments, different products. So it's a kind of a product ecosystem. And they also have engineering excellence, right? When it comes to the programming languages, the frameworks, the databases, the application monitoring and observability, right? It's about building product ecosystems. Great picture, right? Would you like to see the other side of the story? September 2023. Grow is growing. It's beating Zerodha. And if Zerodha would like to survive, they don't have any other option. Artificial intelligence and machine learning making Zerodha products ecosystem so good that even your grandma wants to upgrade, right? Be it anything related to identifying technical patterns for your informed trading. These are the use cases, okay? I'm not going to get into any of these. I'm just calling out few things randomly. Providing AI-powered educational content based upon user goals. Training AI to identify and capitalize on short-term market anomalies, right? Stock markets are volatile, right? They don't have any other option other than making use of AI, ML-based use cases enablement to sustain and to survive into this highly competitive market. Artificial intelligence, machine learning making Google G Suite products ecosystem so good. Artificial intelligence and machine learning making Uber product system so good. Apple products ecosystem so good. I hope you are going to get these slides after the conference so that you can revisit those use cases. And then, this is the concept I was talking about. It's all about data, right? So you need to have a collection of data. You need to move and store it. You need to transform the data to find out some patterns. You need to aggregate, label the data, and you need to learn and optimize. And there is a book called as Data Management Body of Knowledge, which you can start to read. I know you must have been exposed yourself to the PMBOK. This is the equivalent version of data management, where AI ML is all about data, and then you need to get yourself well acquainted when it comes to data analytics, data engineering, machine learning, and data science, right? Where it gets starts. This is the concept of data mesh, where you have data producers, you have data consumers, and you would like to have self-service data platforms to have data discovery, data collaboration, data quality, and improved data access. AI and ML is all about two things: data and use cases. So many use cases, be it any domain, be it any application area. You just need to think outside of the box, talk to your business teams, identify their pain points, try to correlate them with the kind of flavor of AI which you would like to bring it to get it implemented in your business areas. That is going to help you to enable your business value delivery in a continuous fashion by making use of any of the AI ML specific terminologies, be it deep learning, computer vision, whatever it is. For product managers, I have personally used Notion, ChatGPT, Craftful, Retain AI, Topic, Deliver. So these are the tools which help you to do ideation, research, validation, scaling, growth, product launch, marketing, product management, development, and testing. There is a tool called as ChatPRD, which helps you to write down your product requirement documents in a feasible way. There is a tool called as Hotjar, which helps you to generate some survey questionnaire to do some market research, user research. You don't need to bring the ideas right from the scratch. Tool called as Mixpanel, which helps you to enable AI-driven product analytics, which will save some time, and then it will make you more effective and efficient to take some product analytics specific decisions. There is a tool called as Product Pad, where they are talking about doing this tool doing the work for 5 product managers. There is a tool called as Super AI, Alpha AI, where you don't need to write down the SQL queries. You just speak your query, and then it will convert it into the SQL. It will fire the query. It will give you the result set. You get the visualization. You might have seen the Jira AI plugin, right, to write down the JQL. You just call the statement, right? I would like to see the issues which are incomplete, labeled, design required, and have a parent AP-4, which blocks another issue, and then it writes down the entire JQL query for you, right? Atlassian has introduced this. This is a wonderful report from 24th of September. If you would like to get to know about more use cases from Google, it has got almost 100 use cases, which are getting implemented by the global product development organizations in real time. Do read it out, okay? Really wonderful and a recommended thing for all of you. And then comes engineering. Engineering technical agility. How many of you know about GitHub Copilot? There are people. So for rest of them, can you please go to the YouTube? Let's play that video. YouTube. Yeah, play it. Make it as a full screen. Okay, so you have this demo where you have an enum, right? The tool is doing the changes on the fly, helping the developer to go ahead and to make the changes. Why it is called as Copilot is because gone are the days where you need to do pair programming with another human being. Okay, you can make use of this tool as your co-pilot. You are still going to be a main pilot. There is going to be a co-pilot who is going to write down some code on behalf of you. It helps you to generate the method body. It helps you to define the code constructs. It helps you to generate some comments. It helps you to debug on the fly, right? So there are so many use cases where it really helps us to. Is it same video or is it different one which you have played? If I can make it forward a little bit, you will understand. No, you played some different video. Yeah, this is the one which I wanted to show. Okay, a typical thing which always happens on the different video. So look at this. You have the left part of the video, the left part of the code construct. It is generating the message body. There it is, right? Now let's write the code for it. You get into that method body, you press the tab, it generates the whole method body inside that method, right? It also helps you to write the comments on the fly based upon what code you have written, right? So you don't need to stretch your mind, you don't need to stretch your brains. Now you write the rest if you would like to make any more changes on top of what you have generated. This video is yes, I could have written this code, but Copilot visiting that minor cleanup testing is still required. But don't you think that it is a wonderful help for the developers to do the things in parallel as a Copilot? Yes, it is, right? Let's go back to the slides. We are almost on the last slide. Yeah, slides. That one, the fourth screen. Yes, next slide. I have the control. You might have seen GitHub Copilot. How many of you have seen cursor.sh? Less hands. So cursor.sh sits into your IDE. It analyzes your entire code. You would like to generate a JavaScript pop-up, you just give the command, it gets added by cursor.sh. You don't need to find which line of code you need to make the change, no. So it's a wonderful tool. It has its own command line prompt, as if like you have ChatGPT inside your IDE, which is Visual Studio or Eclipse or NetBeans. And again, it is a wonderful product. There is a video from Henrik Niebuhr called as AI-powered software development from the trenches by Henrik Niebuhr at JFocus 2024, a couple of months back only, where he has covered complete one hour of explaining how you can make use of cursor.sh to make your developer productivity to be enhanced, right? And these are the differences in between GitHub Copilot and Cursor, where when it comes to integration, code suggestions, customization, learning curve, performance, and pricing, it's way more better than GitHub Copilot. And of course, there are going to be more products like this coming in the coming time. So we need to be prepared for all of that. Have you seen this website from He's already talking about how we can make use of AI in sprint planning. It's going to enhance this story point estimation. How it is going to help us to have AI in the continuous improvement. You keep on hearing this, Agile is dead on LinkedIn, which I completely disagree with. Agile is forever. This is nothing but Agile Engineering Program Manager job opening from Apple, 20th of September 2024. Yes, Agile is going to change the way we are looking at agility, but at the same point of time, tools like Max Good AI Coach, which are getting built by the great Mary Poppendick, the author of Lean Agile Software Product Development book, along with Mishkin Burtik, who is a great friend of mine. They have built this particular tool where if you are an Agile coach, if you are a Scrum Master, if you are a program manager, product manager, you can query with this particular tool, and then this tool has got trained with all the agility, product management specific knowledge base, and it's going to impact the way we are looking at agility, right?
Hello.
Have you seen this? And this is my research where I'm working upon right now. How we can make use of reinforcement based learning to do product backlog refinement snippet in Python written by me. This is going to be there in the market very soon as a utility for all of you. I'm still working on it. And this is also going to change the way we are looking at the Scrum events, right, or Scrum artifacts. So that's also one more important area where it is going to impact the way we are developing and delivering the products. GPT-5 will have PhD level intelligence, which still makes us think that whether we should continue doing our research on our own. And this is from Google, where they say that a quarter of the company's new code is created by AI. This is from 29th of October 2024. Even if it is a boilerplate code, still this is a kind of alarming thing for us. 4 things, yes, I'm already done. I need only 1 minute. Geoffrey Hinton's reasons why AI will kill us all. The AI dilemma, large language models, and then the end of programming, generative AI full course. These are the 4 things which I heavily recommend you to go through it, right? Especially when it comes to LLMs and the end of programming, right? It's a bit alarming thing. I'm seeing wonderful research which is getting done by my fellow researchers from India, across the globe. I would really recommend you to go through all of this. Closing remarks. Grandma finally figured out how to use the new AI-enabled smart DJ sound system. Now the whole house wakes up to a polka party every morning, courtesy of Spotify, AI DJ's brilliant plan to make technology simpler to use. A code generated by ChatGPT, image generated by Imagine AI, art and prompt engineered by. Thank you.
Let's hear once again for Rituraj. I request Mr. Jerry Rajamani to please felicitate our speaker. Thank you so much, Rituraj.